What's going on, boys and girls? You know it's Saturday, and Saturday means it's fish day. So we're getting ready to do a fish meal, and we're going to try some hash browns made out of sweet potatoes. Now, I've never done it this way before, but I've seen it done, and we're going to try it and see how they come out. It's a real simple recipe, so y'all just watch it and enjoy. Alrighty, our fish here is some amberjack, and we're going to cook that with some royal reds. You can only, I don't know if you can get royal reds any other place. I got these from the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to take these right here already have the shell on them, so we're going to take them out of the shell. We're going to have a medium-sized sweet potato, about 2 tablespoons of flour. Calls for 1 egg, but we're going to use some egg substitute. That's like an egg white. The spices we're going to use are Italian seasoning, some dill weed. We're going to use some ghee for the for sautéing the fish and the shrimp. Always going to use some Tony Chachere's, and the spice on the fish we're going to use is some Everglades fish and chicken. That's a pretty good spice, guys. So if you can find it somewhere in your local store, just go ahead and find it. All right, first thing we want to do is take our potato and we're going to peel it. And we're not going to go through this whole process. You guys know how to peel potatoes just like you do any other type of a white potato, but we're going to peel it with this. And I like this little handheld thing right here because it just is ergonomic. That means it fits in your hand real well. You're going to peel that and see how the potato kind of has this little white part. You don't want that up there. And you want to be careful that you don't cut yourself. And I said I wasn't going to peel the whole thing in front of you, but what have I done? I've sat here and peeled the whole potato in front of you. All right, so we're going to get all that white off there. So that, not that it's bad tasting, but it's a little bitter. And we want 2 cups out of this, guys. And hopefully I'll be able to get 2 cups out of this. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to shred this up. I'm going to grate it up on one of these here, on a grater. Again, I'll come back once that's grated. I don't want to bore you guys too much. Alrighty, we're all done with that. Let's see how much we got here. Hopefully, oh yeah, that's got to be 2 cups. That's probably more than 2 cups, guys. And we're just going to take this and see. Oh yeah, that's about, because this thing here holds 2.5 cups, so that's well more than 2 cups there. So that's good for that. Now, what you're going to have to do, this sweet potato, even though it doesn't look like it's wet, you're going to have to squeeze the moisture out of that. So get you some cloth that you can use, or if you've got a real good towel or something that doesn't have a lot of lint, a lint-free towel, you can use that. We're going to use a little bit of a cloth, and I can't even think of the name of it. I'll think over here in a second. It's called a cheesecloth. That's what you want to use. Use a cheesecloth right there, and squeeze some of that moisture out of there. All right, what I did is I just unfolded the cheesecloth here, and you want it to be able to hold all of the potatoes in there, but you don't want it to break. So we're just going to put it in there like that. Get all that out of there. And we're just going to take it here. And you'll see there's a lot of moisture going to come out of here. See all that moisture? And just squeeze it. And try not to break the cloth. You just want to get all that moisture out of there. And the reason why you want to do that, it improves the cooking time on the hash browns and makes them so they don't stick very much. All right. Also, sometimes what I'll do is I'll take a paper towel and I'll come around it and kind of squeeze it that way as well. Because that paper towel, see, the paper towel is even absorbing some of it. You're not going to get all of it out, guys, but you want to get the majority of it out. Now, let's see what we got now. And now, I bet you, after we squeeze all that moisture out of there, we've actually got a full 2 cups. Because the recipe calls for 2 cups. And some of it's going to stick. A little bit of it's going to, not much. See, it didn't really stick that much. And see there, guys? That right there is exactly 2 cups. And that was from a medium sweet potato right. Alrighty, now if the camera looks a little bit different, it's because my cell phone storage ran out. I've got to transfer all those videos I've made to my hard drive on my computer. So we're going to take our sweet potatoes, our dried out sweet potatoes here, and we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of, as I dropped the measuring cup on the floor, which I don't really need that anymore. 2 tablespoons of flour. And this is just regular old all-purpose flour. If you're counting your calories, 2 tablespoons is about 55 calories. Sometimes if you don't want to use flour, you can use coconut flour. It doesn't have all the same effects on people. And we're going to use, again, we're going to use this. 1/3 of a cup of this right here is equivalent to 2 eggs. So we're going to use about 4 to 5 tablespoonful. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. About 5. Okay. And we're going to add some spices to it here. We're going to add a little bit of Tony Chachere's, just a little bit there. And it's got the pepper and all the seasonings in it already. Hopefully I won't sneeze, because it'll make you sneeze, and I'm about to sneeze. Doing some dill weed here. Hold on a second while I sneeze. All right, that's a better view right there. And we added our dill weed. We're going to add some Italian seasonings. And again, you could just stick with salt, guys. You don't have to put all this stuff in there that I'm putting in there. Like that. Now we're going to mix it all together here. Get that egg mixed in there. That egg's going to help to bind it. Go ahead and be warming up your pots, because we got to work on this fish. We just wanted to get, this was going to take the longest. The fish is not going to take long at all, guys. If you notice, I got different mats for different vegetables and different things. You use the green mat for vegetables, to cut up vegetables. You use the blue mat for fish. Use the yellow one for chicken. And use the red one for pork and beef. Ingenious approach, wouldn't you say? Again, we're going to get that all nice and sticky here. And then we'll form our patties. And then we're going to go over to the fish here. This is good here. All right, now we're going to go to our fish part here. So I got the nice blue mat. We're going to have to peel these shrimp here. And really, they're fairly easy to peel, guys. We're not going to go through the whole process. Just grab the legs, the bottom shell here. Peel them. And now I'll usually squeeze the tail. Take off the legs. Got your nice piece of shrimp right there. We're going to do that to all of them. All right, so now we got them all peeled. But let me show you something, guys. Now, when you have shrimp like this, you have to make sure that you devein them. And so what I do is I make a little cut down the center here Hope y'all can see that. And if you open that up, you'll see a little line that goes down the center of it. See right there? And that's where all the poop and everything goes through. They call it the vein, but that's just a simple way of saying that's the poop chute. So you want to take that out so that you get this nice looking tissue here. I've already done it to this one. And again, they're all like this. Can you eat it? Yeah, you can eat it, but it tastes a little bit better if you take it out. Again, you just make a, there's easier ways of doing this, but this works. And a lot of times you'll actually see it. So you can see that one right there. And again, see me pulling it out. And usually you just grab it and pull it all out there. So we won't go through all of that. All righty, we got them all, got all the shrimp deveined. Now we're going to work on our fish. The fish is simple, guys. We're just going to use, I usually take a little bit of spray, and we don't have to use butter spray, but I'll take a little bit of spray it a little bit, both sides. Just a tad bit. And then we're going to take some of this Everglades seasoning, and we're going to season it on both sides. Again, this is really simple. A little goes a long way with this Everglades too, so you don't need to use a whole lot of it. Just going to do it on both sides. Okay, and we can, did I get that one there? That will, real well. Okay, move this off to the side here. And then with our shrimp, we're going to take a bowl. And we're going to just wipe this off just a little bit. Just a tad bit here. The shrimp, we're going to add our shrimp to here. And we're going to take some of the Everglades here. Just season it a little bit. Move it around, season. And if you wanted to add a little bit of dill weed or something to it, you know, you could do that as well too. Dill weed. We're not going to do the Tony Chachere's because that will be too much. Okay. All right, so we got both of those ready. Now we're gonna cook them. All right, if you'll notice, we've got two oils over here. We got the ghee over here. Now this one right here, I've got coconut oil in it, but you could use canola, you could use avocado oil, you could use bacon grease if you wanted to. So, but that one's gonna have the ghee, and I could really cook the fish in the ghee as well, or in the coconut oil, but I wanted to do the fish in that oil. It's not gonna take very long. We're just gonna sit the fish down in there, and you want to cook them about 3 to 4 minutes per side, and you'll start to see that fish change. So we're going to set the timer, because that time will get away from it if you're not watching it real close. So we're going to go about 3 minutes and 20 seconds here. Now with the sweet potato hash browns, you want to make them into a patty, and I'm just taking them, just going to lay them down in there. We're going to try to get 4 of them out of here, and then I'm just mashing them here. Try not to let them touch if you can. And let's see if we can get 4. We should be able to get 4 out of here. That's 2 for me, and 2 for the wife. Which we will only eat 1, unless these things are just super, super good. And I got an idea they're probably going to be super, super good. And we're going to let those cook. And then we're going to turn them once they get to a certain level here. So you'll have to just kind of watch those closely. We'll probably be turning those at the same time that we turn the fish, though. All right, it's getting close to time to turn. Yep, there's our alarm. We're going to turn our fish here. Oh, yeah, that looks really good there. Same thing here. Let that cook. If you look at the fish real closely, you can see how it's changed color here. It's not pink anymore. So you don't want to really overdo it, but you don't want to underdo it either. Set our timer again. And drop it on the floor. Oh, God. Set it for about 3 minutes. And we're going to check to see if the hash browns are ready to turn. They're not quite ready to turn. You don't want them to stick very much either, guys. So we're gonna, these are sticking a little bit. They're not quite ready to turn though. They're almost though, guys. I can tell by the way they feel, they're almost ready. The ones that I put up there first are definitely ready. But see, the thing is, you don't want a disaster when you turn them. What that means is, when I turn these things, I don't want them to fall apart and look all stupid, you know? You know what I mean? But they're almost ready. This one right here is probably ready. Oh yeah, that looks great. That looks great. Woo! I thought that was gonna fall apart, and this was gonna be one of the blooper videos, but nope. Yeah, that looks good too. We're going to let the other ones go a little bit longer because I put them in later. Move them here. And I think on an electric eye, guys, even though it's supposed to cook evenly, I think on some electric eyes that some of these elements don't cook completely evenly. All right, let's go ahead and turn the other ones now. Don't want to burn them. Oh yeah. All right, and the fish is all done here. We'll let this cook here. Turn off the. And what we'll do is grab our fish. And again, it's a hearty fish here, but it's a good fish. All right, now, with that same oil, we're going to do our shrimp in here. And we're just going to, and shrimp doesn't take very long, guys, not long at all. You just want to cook them until they're kind of a pink color. So usually about a minute or so on each side. Just make sure that they're in there all level here. So they're not going to take long at all. Alrighty, let's get these hash browns out here. That one's done here. This one should be done as well. Oh yeah, that one's done. That one's done. So they're all done. If any of them's not done, it's this one here. Let's look at this. Yeah, that one's done as well too. We're gonna find out if they're done when we taste them. All right, they're done. I can tell you they're done. Now we can go ahead and start to turn our shrimp here. Again, you can see how they all turn colors. You don't want to burn these things for sure. They're not going to have to stay in there very long at all. Not long at all. Matter of fact, they're almost ready to come out, guys. The thicker ones are not, but all right, let's go ahead and take those shrimp out. They are done. The overcooked shrimp, which I think some of these might be overcooked, but if you overcook them, they're chewy. But if you're a pig like me, it doesn't really matter if they're chewy or not. I just like to taste the shrimp, you know what I mean? All right, there we go. And that's it, guys. That was a really simple recipe that I did in probably in a period of 30 minutes or so. If I wasn't messing around with this video camera to show you guys, you can do it in about 20 to 30 minutes because it really didn't take that long. All righty, then you plate it all up, guys, and it looks real good. We're going to give it a taste and see what it tastes like. All righty, we're going to take it. We're going to give it a taste. Let's taste the shrimp, which I thought might be overdone, but nope, that's perfect. That is perfect. Got a little bit of a char on it. That's perfect. Now, I know what the fish is going to taste like. I want to see what this hash brown is going to taste like. Hold on. Hear that crunch? Amazingly good. I had to take another piece. Man, that's pretty good. That's really good. And then the fish, I know the fish is going to taste good, but I've had the fish before. Again, it's a hearty fish. My wife puts hot sauce on hers, so this fish, it doesn't need nothing on it. It's a good meal. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it ran a little bit long, but you've got to try these sweet potato hash browns and the shrimp and the fish. Good for eating. Good for you. Peace.